feeling vocabularies, okay? So we're going to play with feeling words a little bit. Let me find my list in here. I have a bunch of feeling words, and we are going to, I'm going to ask you for the mild form of this particular feeling, and then the moderate form, and then the intense form, and you can just yell them out, okay? And because I don't want to, we don't have to be so formal, okay? So I don't know how many I have here, but a number of them. The first word is accepted. What's a mild word for feeling accepted? Included? Yeah, it could. That could almost be moderate. Can you think of a less, a more mild? You feel approved of? Yeah. Hmm?
Present?
You feel present, okay, accepted, you feel the presence of another.
Welcome.
What?
Welcome.
Welcomed, yeah, that would be a nice one. You feel welcomed. Then what would be the moderate?
Included.
Yeah, welcomed, and now you're included.
Belonging? Or
Yeah.
is that the strongest term?
No, that could be a moderate word when you feel like you belong. And if you took accepted all the way to the intense, what it would be? What would it be?
Bonded?
Hmm?
Bonded?
Bonded would be good. What did you guys say?
Love.
Feel loved, if you feel accepted fully.
Family.
Yeah. If you were thinking in a negative way, what would it be? If you're accepted to the point where you,
Smothered.
I feel smothered, yes. Smothered. The psychological term would be enmeshed, you know, but it would be smothered would be a good one. Okay, here's another one. Afraid. A mild word for afraid.
Scared.
Scared.
Cautious.
Uh-huh. Cautious.
Hesitant?
Hesitant. Boy, you guys are good. Moderate for afraid.
Scared.
Cautious.
It could be scared again. Cautious we had for the mild one.
Frightened.
Yeah, frightened. Uh-huh.
Fearful.
Fearful. And intense.
Terrified.
The intense ones are so easy. They're the ones that you don't want to jump from someone comes in and says, I'm really afraid, and you don't want to jump to, you must be terrified. Okay? You want to be really careful. You want to go that half step. But the intense ones are the ones you're going to think of, the quick ones. And so learning how to build your feeling vocabulary is going to be really important. Okay, angry, a mild word for anger.
Ticked.
Mad might be mild.
Frustrated.
Frustrated, yeah. Upset, that's a good one.
Annoyed.
Annoyed is another one, really good. Okay, what would be moderate? Hmm?
Irritated.
What did you say?
Peeved.
Peeved. Yeah, that's moderate. Disgruntled, yeah, you're disgruntled about something.
Aggravated.
Irritated. Yeah, what did you say?
I said
Aggravated?
aggravated.
Yeah, aggravated is another one. Then what's the intense?
Furious.
Furious, yeah. Furious or
Wrathful.
enraged, wrathful. Yeah, all of those are good. Sometimes you younger, the ones that are working with a younger crowd, might have a different word that I haven't even heard of too. Some of them have words for things that, and that's okay. You want to be able to speak in their language, the language of the person who's in front of you. You want to be able to talk the way they talk. So it's okay if those some of those come up. Okay, what's a mild word for confused?
Puzzled.
Puzzled? Yeah.
Befuddled.
Good. What else?
Befuddled.
Befuddled? Yeah, that's true. That's good.
That'll be even more befuddled after that.
What?
So that'd be even more befuddled after that.
Yeah. Some would. Okay, what's a mild, a moderate word for confused?
Lost.
Lost? It could be. I don't know who said it, but lost. Bewildered.
That's more.
How about bewildered? What would be the intense word for confused? you are
Dazed, maybe?
dazed would be moderate. Disorientated. Okay, disorientated. Okay, defensive, a mild word for being defensive.
You can use cautious again.
Guarded,
Guarded, I have guarded for moderate, but it
yeah.
might be, what's a milder word? If you're defensive, what do you do? You're protective, yes, good word.
Maybe shy.
Shy or careful? Yeah, careful would be another one, that would be good. And then we said guarded for moderate, and then what would be the intense one? The intense word, when you're really defensive, you are
Closed off.
closed off, yes, walled in. You know, something that says, there's something between you and I. Okay, so to.
Fortified.
Hmm?
Fortified.
Fortified, yeah. You might say I'm fortified, yeah. Hurt, a mild word for hurt. Uncomfortable,
Wounded.
wounded, that's pretty strong, that might be more moderate. You're hurt, you're offended, yeah, that might even be moderate. I got disappointed,
All right.
disappointed.
Could you use something like, I mean, maybe it's too generic, but what about sad?
Yeah, no, sad would be fine. Mhm. That'd be good. Okay, what's a moderate word for hurt?
Injured.
Injured? Yeah, injured, bruised, distraught. And what
Offended.
about the, intense? If you're intensely hurt, you are, yeah, devastated, absolutely, devastated, crippled, shattered. Jealous, my word for jealous. When you are jealous of somebody, what do you do? You're desirous, you're wishful, yeah, wanting, yeah. Envious is the moderate word, okay? And then what is the intense for jealous?
Covetous.
Covetous, if you want to use a biblical term. What else?
I mean, envious.
If you're really strongly jealous, you are selfish. Okay, selfish, possessive, grasping for something. Okay, what about loving? What's a mild word for loving? Fond is a good one. Care, like, okay, appreciate, another word. What would be the moderate word for loving? You go from liking to being,
Affectionate? Or is that more mild?
yeah, well, loving it could, but
It's action more
Yeah.
than, feeling.
Being dear to someone.
being dear,
Accepted.
Endeared.
what did someone say?
Would it be accepted?
Accepted or attracted. See, when you're loving, you first like somebody and then you move to, you know, being attracted to them, and then you are
Infatuated.
infatuated,
Oh,
yeah,
affectionate.
passionate, okay? Rejected, what's a mild word for rejected? This is the one that you'll use a lot. Rejected is what a lot of people feel in relationships. What's a real mild word for rejected? Disconnected, someone brushed aside, snubbed me, you know, the snubbing piece. And then what do you feel when it's moderate? You feel, when you've been rejected, you feel,
Hurt.
hmm? It could be attacked, that's pretty strong though. Yeah. Lonely, you're lonely because you're
Left out.
left out, yes, because whoever said that, left out, okay, good. Or you're pushed out, or you're spurned, all of those things are moderate. And then what would be the intense word for rejected? Disheartened?
Discarded.
Discarded, yeah, discarded.
Disrespected.
disrespected,
Excluded,
excluded, isolated.
oh, yeah, that.
That's it, isolated. I've done this a million times. Yeah,
I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, my generation, I feel like the most mild one would be left out. That's what I would say. What would be
Good idea.
a better word besides snubbed? Because I don't think anyone 20-something is gonna say, I felt snubbed. Is there
Okay.
another?
so you could say left out.
Would left out, I feel would be like the mildest one
That's
that our
okay.
age would
So
come
what
up
would you
with.
use for moderate?
Lonely,
Okay, you could do that,
would that be?
but you might feel lonely and then left out.
That's true.
So
This one,
you can play with those, yeah.
Okay.
You know, these aren't perfect. It's
Right.
just, I want you to see that there are steps of difference between feelings. Okay, so that you aren't always going for that intense word. Okay? Satisfied. If you're mildly satisfied, you are, content. Contentment's pretty strong. Okay?
Pleased.
Comfortable.
Pleased. Did someone say pleased?
Is that mild?
Yeah, I think pleased is mild. When you're satisfied, you're pleased. And then what would be the moderate? It could be contentment. But then what are you gonna name for the intense?
Thrilled.
Intensely satisfied, you are
Ecstatic.
fulfilled. Yeah, fulfilled. Good job. Lonely. A mild word for lonely. Left out, yeah. You're left out or you're just alone. You feel alone, you know? And then what would you say if it was moderate for alone?
Forgotten.
Forgotten, could be forgotten. Deserted. And what would be the intense word?
Abandoned.
Abandoned, yeah, lonely. Abandoned, dejected, yeah. Okay, well, let's take one more, depressed. Mild word for depressed. Feel sad,
Low?
Uh,
Low.
low, yeah, you feel low, lonely, down, blue, all those things. And what's a moderate word for depressed?
Sorrowful.
Sorrowful, could be,
Disheartened.
disheartened, like that. Withdrawn. And when you're fully depressed, what are you? People who are suicidal are what? Isolated, helpless and?
Hopeless.
Hopeless, hopeless and helpless. Yeah, strong word for depressed. Okay, is that giving you a little bit of an idea?